We are playing Eternal War, Combat Patrol, Mission 2, Outriders.
Hello, I am player 1. I'm bringing Death Guard and it's 500 points on the nose. My Warlord is a Chaos Lord with a pair of Lightning Claws. He has Arch Contaminator and he has the Iron Claw Furnace, which means he rolls around with him and he rerolls all his Plague Weapon wounds and he gives him a 4+ invul. Besides those two things, my Plague Bush Crawler does have Spitters, because I think that's the best way to run them. My Plague Marines have 2 5-man squads with 2 Blight launchers and a plasma each. Hello, I'm player 2, and this is 498 points of Tau. Farsight is my Warlord. His Warlord tree is he can heroically intervene up to 6 inches. This man right here has my Relic, which is the Engram chip. And this is 490 points of Farsight.
Death Guard won the deployment roll-off with a 6. With both deployments, we're using the line of sight blocking piece of terrain in the middle to make sure we both can't shoot each other off the board turn 1. With the Death Guard, we're making sure to keep the Warlord next to the Plague Bush Crawler for the protecting of the character and the reroll Plague Weapons and 4+ invul. With the Tau, we're going to make sure we keep everything within Mongers range of Commander Farsight, and we're going to check line of sight to make sure that if Death Guard does go first, they can't see anything without really moving out into our view. Death Guard won the roll-off again and made Tau go first. So Tau's secondary objectives were Warlord, engage in all fronts, and the mission specific one, which was you get 5 victory points if you hold the objectives that are not in each player's deployments. Choosing secondaries in such a small game is a bit rough, but the game plan here with Tau was to run out and take the objectives and kind of put a threat on the board in different areas to make my opponent, me, choose where to go. I put my Fire Warriors with a cadre Fireblade over on one objective, and I tried to run my Devilfish to the other, but I didn't quite make it with the advance, so I followed behind him with Farsight, and I just left my broadside on the back objective. And then we opened fire. I shot my Devilfish into my Plague Marines, and I only killed 2, and then we shot the Fire Warriors into the Plague Bush Crawler, and it bounced off, and then we shot the no line of sight missiles from the broadside, and it also bounced off. And that was my turn 1. So with the Tau pretty much bouncing off the Death Guard turn 1, they didn't get any points. Warlord didn't happen, Engage didn't happen because I failed my advance with my Devilfish, and we can't get the special turn 1. Death Guard took First Strike, Warlord, and the special one as well. So my plan with my Death Guard was to advance out onto the objectives and make Tau come to me, because I know that we can make them bounce off us. I know that we're resilient enough to take their firepower. Here, Commander Farsight played Neuro System Jammer, which is 2 CP, and it gives my Plague Burst Crawler a -1 when shooting. We shot our Plague Burst Mortar at the broadside and only got 1 shot, so we re-rolled it into 5, and nothing happened. And then we shot our Flamers into the Fire Warriors and only got 3. It was at this point I had to make a hard decision because I needed to do something to get the primary and secondaries for my next turn. So I made the charge. I charged the Fire Warriors, my Plague Burst Crawler, and I attempted to charge the Warlord as well, but he failed. But he was still within the reroll 1 range of him. My Plague Burst Crawler did actually hit a wound, and the Fire Warrior saved it. That means my entire first turn was also wasted with my Death Guard. We did not get First Strike, we did not get Warlord, and we do not hold this special secondary. Turn 2 with the Tau, I disembark the drones off the Devilfish. We advance over to the objective. We walk Farsight up behind a wall so we can still charge. We fall back out of the Plague Bush Crawler's combat range, and then we open fire. We try to shoot the Plague Marines with everything we got. They still live, so we get to end up charging in and killing them. Farsight did the business and wiped them out. We shot everything on the right side, the Plague Bush Crawler, and ended up doing nothing. but we put ourselves in a pretty stable position for points. We do get engage, and we do get the special secondary for 5 points. We also got 10 points on the primary for the objective my broadside holds, and the objective my fire warrior holds. Even though the plague burst crawler is there, my fire warrior has objective secure. So, Death Guard turn 2, I move my warlord up, I scoop my plague burst crawler over, I move my plague marines into range of the lone fire warrior, and then we open fire. I shoot my plague marines, all of them, into the lone just to make sure we get that done, and it works. And we shoot the plague burst mortar into the drones on the objective by Farsight, and it kills them. And we flame and heavy slugger down the rest of the fire warriors. We end up charging the cadre fireblade, and we whiff. It doesn't kill them, so that's a problem. So this turn we only ended up scoring 5 points on the primary. Tau turn 3, it's looking pretty good for them. We move the Devilfish forward, we scoot Farsight forward far enough so he can still shoot the Plague Marines and hold the objective. We just shuffle the broadside, we fall back with the cadre fireblade so we can test this objective, which takes away points from the Death Guard the next turn. And then we opened fire. We shot everything at the Plague Marines and it all bounced. Even Farsight's 2 damage plasma gun, they shrugged it with disgusting resilience. Shot the Warlord and it completely bounced as well. Death Guard turn 3 is we moved the Plague Marines forward a little bit, which looking back might have been a misplay. I should have hid them. I moved the Warlord within charging distance of the cadre fireblade, shuffled the Plague Burst Crawler up to shoot the broadside, and then we opened fire. We didn't damage the Devilfish at all. The broadside I think only took 1 damage, but the good news is we did charge their fireblade and we killed them. After that turn, I decided to call it for the Tau. They had too much of a point lead to really do anything. So yeah. So what this was I was practicing for my league games and learning 9th edition. I decided that I would record it, and the camera work wasn't the best because I literally just duct taped my phone to the ceiling. And I figured I'd share it with you guys. If you liked it, please consider subscribing. Feedback's always appreciated as always. I might do battle reports in the future because this was fun and I learned a lot doing this, and rewatching my myself playing, I saw a lot of little mistakes I could have done better. So yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed this.